Alright, Geomasters, let's talk survival tactics for cyclones, because Mother Nature doesn't care if you forgot your umbrella. We're breaking down how governments, businesses, farmers, and you can outsmart these tropical cyclones. Complaining about load shedding won't help here. Long-term prep. Think adulting, but for storms. Governments, step up. Build homes that laugh at floods like Mozambique's post-die elevated houses. South Africa? Let's enforce zoning laws, not ignore them like that gym membership you swore you'd use. Durban's quarry road settlements? A masterclass in what not to do. Poor enforcement in South Africa has allowed informal settlements like Durban's quarry road to persist in flood-prone areas. Businesses, diversify your supply chains. ShopRite learned the hard way when Dineo turned Limpopo's maize into mush. They should also mandate insurance for critical assets. However, many small businesses in rural Mozambique lack affordable coverage. Farmers, swap crops for flood-resistant ones. Mozambique's rice farmers are basically playing chess with cyclones. They use raised bed farming to reduce flood damage. Checkmate, Mother Nature. Short term, when the sky starts side-eyeing you. 72 hours before landfall, government's blast alerts louder than a taxi hooter. Mpumalanga nailed it with Eloise. SMS warnings beat smoke signals. However, delays in aid distribution during Idai left thousands stranded. Businesses, you should sandbag your stuff like it's Black Friday and the crowd's coming. Durban's port shut down pre-Eloise to save cargo. Farmers, we recommend that you harvest early and hustle livestock to higher ground. Limpopo's maize farmers dodged disaster by cutting crops faster than a gazelle. Families should pack a disaster kit, water, snacks, and a radio to stay informed from South African Weather Service, because Netflix won't save you when the lights go out. During the storm and aftermath, clean up on ILSA, spoiler, stay inside. National Disaster Management Center's helicopters aren't joyrides. They're rescuing folks who thought cyclone selfies were a good idea. South Africa's National Disaster Management Center coordinates rescues via helicopters in flooded areas. In the aftermath, governments should skip the temporary fixes. Limpopo's gravel roads washed away faster than a New Year's resolution. Use drones, not guesswork. Businesses should partner with NGOs. SAB's water donations post-Eloise. After Cyclone Eloise, South African breweries SAB donated water to survivors. Turns out their slogan, "It's a yes," now applies to hydration. But we're still waiting for the yes to free beer. Heroic, but let's not wait for disaster to play nice. Farmers, shelter your livestock and file insurance claims if you can find the paperwork under the mud. The ugly truth is that small-scale farmers often lack documentation to claim losses. Tell your families and friends to boil that water, unless you fancy a cholera encore like Mozambique post-die. Take photos of damage. Your insurance agent won't believe the cyclone ate my roof claim without proof. Global lessons for South Africa. Let's raid the world's playbook. Bangladesh cut cyclone deaths by 90% with community-built and elevated shelters. Imagine that in KwaZulu-Natal's informal settlements. No more schools doubling as flood traps. Japan's AI-powered flood forecasts make our weather apps look like dial-up. Come on, Mozambique, Let's upgrade from maybe it'll rain to the storm's hitting Newcastle at 3 p.m. The USA's FEMA hands out housing vouchers post-disaster, something SA's NDMC could copy to stop cramming displaced families into leaking community halls. And Australia? They've mastered fire prep, but their cyclone-proof power grids could keep our lights on longer than Eskom's promises. But here's the kicker. The Philippines trains teenagers as disaster responders. Imagine SA's TikTok generation swapping dance trends for first aid drills. How to sandbag a shack could trend faster than Amapiano. Global ideas work if we stop reinventing the wheel and start stealing the blueprints. The ugly truth. Inequality means informal settlements drown first. Corruption? It's like bringing a spoon to a cyclone fight. And climate change? The Indian Ocean's getting hotter than a Bry grill. But hey, Bangladesh cut deaths by 90% with shelters, so maybe steal their homework, Mozambique. All right, folks, we've survived the drama of cyclones, the divas of meteorology swirling with rain, wind, and chaos. But now, let's flip the script. Say hello to subtropical anticyclones, the chill Zen cousins who bring sunshine, high-pressure vibes, and literally nothing happening. Think of them as the Netflix and no rain of weather systems. Next time, we'll learn why these high-pressure hermits are the reason your Bry plans never get ruined, and why they're secretly responsible for Cape Town's Where's Winter identity crisis. Stay tuned. It's about to get boringly beautiful. Stay sharp, Geomasters.